This is an R tutorial. Got 2 minutes? Learn some statistical programming in R. It's easy, free, and fun. This tutorial, how to generate random numbers across different statistical distributions in R. This is a very scary topic for a lot of people because it involves mathematics. Look, as long as you've heard of a bell curve before, you can do it. So it won't be horror, thriller, slasher movie scary. It will be Halloween scary. And at the end of these 2 minutes, you'll have a belly full of chocolate. And by belly full of chocolate, I mean mind full of useful statistical programming knowledge. First, please watch the tutorial titled, How to Generate a Random Number in R. This is a continuation of that tutorial. R generates random numbers according to different statistical distributions. Oh no, are you scared, terrified even? Don't be. Even though you don't think you do know what a statistical distribution is. We're going to look at two from the random number video before this. You have a basic understanding of how to use the RUnif function. This generates one random number between 0 and 10. This generates 100 random numbers between 0 and 10 and saves them all into the numeric vector x. Here's what x looks like. Scary, scary, scary. Okay, now let's generate 10,000 random numbers between 0 and 10. X contains a lot of random numbers between 0 and 10. So now we've got 10,000 random numbers in this numeric vector x. Let's make a histogram of x, quick, with 10 breaks. If you have trouble with this step, check out the tutorial titled How to Make or Generate or Draw or Display a Box Plot or Histogram or Bar Graph or Pie Chart in R. See what happened? Of those 10,000 random numbers, about 1,000 are between 0 and 1. About 1,000 are between 1 and 2. About 1,000 are between 2 and 3. All the way up to 1,000 being between 9 and 10. About, because they're random. That's what happens when you generate a random uniform distribution. Okay, switch it up. Instead of using the RUnif function, use the RNorm function. This will generate numbers according to a normal distribution instead of a uniform distribution. You've heard of that. It's just a bell curve. The bell curve function doesn't even need a min and max. It just randomly generates numbers around the center, which by default is 0. So we've stored a bunch of random numbers distributed around 0 in the variable y. There's y, and now let's make a histogram of y. Whoa, it's a bell curve of a normal distribution. We've generated random numbers according to both a uniform distribution and a normal distribution. This is the basis of statistics in the real world, and it's also a work of art.